We are going to stop some runs at $1 today, and it's a very difficult defense to stop the run in, but we have answers for everything, and we're going to go over that right now. All of this right here will be in my community this weekend. We're going to have coverage macros, blitzes, everything. So if you need that, go check it out. For now, we're just going to give you a comprehensive run defense breakdown, and we're going to start right away here. So you can get all this done in your macro menu. You can save these. I'm going to show you how to set it up right now in case you don't do that and you want to do it on the fly. What we have to do first is to pinch the D line. So I'm going to get my right stick, hit it left, and then we're going to hit the left stick down. That'll pinch the D line, okay? From here, we're going to hit RB or R1, and then LB or L1 to QB contain. And now this guy here, you don't need him blitzing for the sake of this video. What we want to do now, we're going to take the linebacker on the same side as the running back, who is on the right side right now, and the right and left side gap shoots are a little bit different, but we're going to take him, and we're going to stand at about right here, okay? Now, it's very important when you're in the game, you're going to hit LB or L1 to bring up your custom adjustments menu. And what that's going to do for you is, watch this. You hear that? I'm trying to move and I can't. So you can loop around, hold the right trigger, get a sprinting speed boost to start the play, and that's how you're going to get in the backfield. So at the snap, watch what happens. We're going to loop around, and we're going to tackle him right in the backfield. How is this happening, right? So we have this linebacker here. He is showing blitz, and he's so close to the line that 71 is going to take him hat on a hat, right? This D tackle is where the magic is happening, though, because now it's the center and the right guard versus me, right? And so this guy is going to take the center. The right guard, because it's an inside zone and they're going to the left, he has to help double, which doesn't make sense because we have this linebacker looping around. As you see, it's a tight fit, but you'll get used to it. It's not that difficult. And then we get a blow-up run in the backfield. When the running back is on the left side, it feels a little bit different, but we're going to use the same gap shoot setup. So the first one I showed you here was putting this guy over the linebacker. Now, what you want to do when you loop, you don't want to try to loop directly into the A-gap immediately. You're going to run out like this as if you're trying to go into the B-gap, not the A-gap. And then you're going to tighten your loop as you see the left guard pull across the formation. So watch what we do here. Bam. We get him in the backfield. I recommend dive tackling. It's very important because it can get you tackles that you wouldn't otherwise get. Let's do it one more time here. We're going to loop around, dive tackle, easy money, right? And we do that by hitting X or square when we're in the direction of the running back. Now we're going to do the other one I showed you, where you just bring back your linebacker like a step, and then we're going to run straight down and then into the backfield. Very cool gap shoot both ways. That's against your standard inside zone, but let's show you against some other run plays. We're up against this halfback sweep, and the same gap shoots I showed you will not apply because it's a different type of run play. And this in particular can give people problems because as you see, I try to loop around the edge and I can't do it, right? That center is going to pick the D tackle up and the right guard is going to properly pick me up. So now we're going to talk about how we stop the sweep. And what you're going to do here is you're going to stand over the D tackle, but you want to have a slight, left side bias to where you can see that left leg from Fred Warner. And we're going to run straight down from this position. Bam. You run straight down. We were back there. I'll do it again. And you'll see it's a little bit different this time because we're not gap shooting directly around a center or from the right side. We're going straight to where the sweep is going to go. As you see right there, easy money every single time. The weird thing about this defense is I'm not going to use the same gap shoot for the sweep as I did on the last play because that would mean coming over here and watch what happens, right? I'm going to get blown up by the guard. I'm not going to get free, and we have guys there, which is really cool. This is good sweep defense, even if you don't get the gap shoot in the backfield like that. However, we're not gap shooting, and it leaves room for broken tackles or bad pursuit angles. The way that we're going to do it this time is we're going to stand right here over the guard. And why are we doing that? We're going to loop around and do a more aggressive loop than the D tackle center loop that we were doing before. So watch, you're going to loop around, and now he's basically screwed because he's running into two linebackers. So watch this. Bam. The way it's set up, Warner's going to loop around himself, and then we're going to loop around the middle. And it's just really good run defense, right? And we can do the similar thing from the right side. So again, I'm going to stand right here, body facing the quarterback. And then when we gap shoot, it's forcing him to bounce outside if we can't get him, or he cuts inside and we do get him. So these are the few gap shoots against shotgun that all work pretty well. As you see right there, we got picked up, but that means the guy who has to pick us up is forcing the linebacker on the other side to drop off. So we'll do it one more time. Bam. Gets dropped off and we're good to go. Against base, what you'll see is the left guard pulls to the right, and how we can take advantage of that is we can bring down our linebacker just like we did before. We're going to run directly straight down and then into the B gap as we've been doing to blow up inside zone. As you see right there, we were there, I just whiffed on the tackle, but you get in the backfield, right? One more time here, you're going to come directly down with Luke Kuechly at about right here. You're going to run and sprint straight down, and then you're going to come in and dive tackle on the left. Be careful, because if you come in too far inside like this, that center is going to key you, and he's going to pick you up, right? So I came in a little too early. I didn't come down long enough before coming inside, and he picks me up. Against base with the running back on the right, here's the problem. We can't do the same gap shoot, right? So if I try to do the same thing I did on the other side, I get picked up pretty easily. And as you see right there, they got a pretty big gain from that, and you don't want that. So the issue with this dollar, in my opinion, is the fact that it's not a symmetrical run shoot formation, which is why I require a whole video on this. We're going to stand right here with Fred Warner, and we're going to run literally directly straight down at the snap. So bam, wait. All right, let's do it one more time. Bam, run straight down at the snap. As you see, nobody picks me up. Not a single person picks me up. And if you're playing base and they have the running back on the right, that's how we're going to take care of it. You see the D tackle gets doubled. I don't know why that happens. And then the pulling guard takes the other linebacker. And I'm literally running straight down. You don't get control until right here. And there's no way you're getting out of it, because less than half a second later, I'm in the backfield stopping it. So against pistol, I want to explain something here, right? And it's the same with single back. The running back is in the middle of the field. So you really cannot tell if he's running left or right. This gap shoot here that we did over the center, because we know the running back isn't on a specific side, I always use that right side linebacker, and you can loop around just like so. And I just stopped one of the most popular runs in the game, the pistol deuce close halfback dive. So again, we're going to stand here, slightly left bias, and we're going to run around at the snap, and we're going to dive tackle. If anyone comes across the formation to block us, they can't stop us once we're in the dive tackle animation, which is also why it's really good. Now, the cooler thing against single back and pistol is before we had the issue of we can't really do all the same gap shoots from the linebacker position. It's different based on where the running back is aligned. This time, though, the linebacker position, it doesn't matter who you use. You can loop in the same way. So watch Kuechly here. He's going to loop around the center, and it's really easy to get into the backfield. We're going to go to the stretch now, which is the other most popular play in the formation. A lot of people are running the stretch and dive right now, and I want you to see what happens, okay? So we're going to use Warner here, and we're going to loop around. It's very important to note that you're going to get in with this loop like very easily, and there's nothing they can do to block you. However, if you pick the wrong side, it could cause you issues. So that time Warner got in the backfield free. Now I have Kuechly, and you see I get picked up, and now that's a one-on-one with the corner. Anything could happen. So as you can see, it's difficult because if you predict it correctly, you're in the backfield every time. If you don't predict it correctly, you have issues again where you see Kuechly is running the wrong way, and they could have cut up the middle, got like 15 yards. So you have to really look at the field conditions to say where you're going to go. Are they on the short side or the wide side? Well, most people like running to the wide side of the field. Are they running toward blockers consistently, or are they running away from their blockers to try to, make you think that they're going one way, but they're really going the other way? Against single back now, I will always tell you guys, never run dollar if they are running single back. There are better formations that you can run against it to where you don't have to guess. You're typically going to stop them for 0 yards, 1 yard, 2 yard every time, and not have to worry about getting the prediction correct. In that event though, if they are running this, I always take the right linebacker, and I'm going to guess once again where they're going to go. With Warner that time, he didn't get into the backfield clean, However, he did give me an opportunity to pick up a blocker, leaving someone else free. As you see right there, the D tackle comes in free. If we were to take Kuechly, let's say we think they're running to the right, we could also loop him this way, as you see here. And I got picked up a little bit, but you can typically get in the backfield. Long story short, don't run dollar against single back. It's too risky, and it can be really good for you, but if you guess wrong, it can be game altering if you're like in the fourth quarter and they need a first down. Run this instead. In 6-1, the same exact macro I used in dollar for my run shoots, you can apply it here to 6-1. And what you're going to do is you're going to just bring down this linebacker here, not all the way. You don't want him mugged up like this. Just in this stance right here, where he's kind of like putting a leg down toward the quarterback. And at the snap, what you're going to see is you can get both of those defensive tackles in free, literally before they can do anything. So watch this. Bam. So easy. So easy. Your user by himself is basically going to get that guard and center to not be in good positions, and they're going to both gap shoot in the backfield. So do that instead if you're playing against single back. I will always recommend you guys. All this stuff will be in my community this weekend. I have the first installation of dollar already out. The rest is coming this weekend. And I'll add in 6-1 stuff this month as well. We're going to drop 2 defenses. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Take care.